Hey there, hi, my name is Dan Liberto, and here we are, Family Man Experience once again. And today it is Teen Tuesday. So, what are we doing on Teen Tuesday? Well, for starters, with your teen, I would like for you to post in your comments regarding your teen what kind of new experience you have with your teen. Maybe y'all went on a trip together. Maybe you were able to go and experience a new country, a new state, a new town. Maybe you went on a college visit. Maybe you spent the weekend on some type of sports outing with your team. Post your comments. I'd love to hear what my family men out there are doing with their teens. So post me a comment. If you're watching this live, put live, and here's what me and my team did this week, or last week actually. But I'd like to see what your comments are and what you're doing with your teens and what kind of fun and excitement, and most importantly, what are you teaching them? What are you teaching them? And so, hey Anja, good to see you on here. So that's what I want you to do. And today, the topic is on Teen Tuesday, are you getting what you asked for? Or do you get what you asked for? What do I mean by that? Well, when our kids are young and we're busy parents, and as an example, maybe they throw a fit, and we want that fit to be over with as quickly as possible. So we do what every responsible parent would do. We stick a lollipop in their mouth and distract them. That's what we do. You do that? Do you? I'd like for you to put your comments on here and let me know. Is that the way you manage the temper tantrums? Do you manage it with a lollipop? Let me know. That's cool stuff. I want to hear all about your experiences with your kids. And so if that's what you do, then when you get older and they become teens and they pitch a fit, lollipops don't really work anymore, or lollipops become a lot more expensive. And the bottom line is you can't really be so upset at the teen as you should be with yourself, because after all, aren't you getting what you asked for? You asked for them to stop ruining your moment, your experience. You're right there in that moment right there. You wanted them to stop influencing it with whatever they're doing, and so you were able to achieve that by giving them some type of temporary gratification. When they're young, it's a lollipop. When they become older, it's keys to the car. And so it just goes on from there. So are you getting what you asked for? I would suspect that the answer to that is a resounding yes. Hey, Josiah. The answer to that is a resounding yes. So here's my thing. Maybe we should ask for something different. So what are those different things we can ask for other than just temporary relief? Well, first thing we could ask for is we could ask for our child to respond with a certain decorum, with a certain, hey Jessica, with a certain responsibility. Now, of course, as young children, that's difficult, because a 2-year-old doesn't, nor should they have a whole lot of responsibility, even though we give it to them, don't we? At 2 years old, when they get into the terrible twos, don't we just kind of give them reign of the house? Don't they become the boss of everything? And so we let them go. You going by? Sure. And so we let them go. We let them kind of take over the house, don't we? So we give them more responsibility than we really want them to have. So that's an example of something that we don't want to do. So what can we do at 2 years old? Well, we can start teaching them. We can start teaching them proper behavior. Even before they can think into the bigger things in life, they'll at least understand proper behavior. So that's what you can do it too. So help them find a higher responsibility. Hey, Sarah, help them find a higher responsibility. That would be awesome. Second thing you do is you build up that muscle inside you that's going to prop your child up, that's going to be able to equip them. Because I'm going to tell you right now, humans can be very, very messy, especially when they're 2, and even more so when they're teens. So one of the things as parents, we really need to start actively working out that muscle which is the training muscle, the discipline muscle, the muscle that we spend time teaching our children, not just placating our children. And why is this all important? Well, it's absolutely important because life, most of us as adults have been through life, most of us, and we all know probably to a T that life isn't easy. Life is difficult, and so you have to be first off equipped for it so you can understand it. And once you understand it and you have the proper tools and the proper equipment, then you can manage life. You can go through life. So it doesn't become easy, but it becomes easier because now you know what to expect. You know how to manage it. You have the tools to manage it. And that is our responsibility as parents. Our responsibility as parents is to start asking for different things of our children, so when they get older, they're equipped. They're equipped for life. They're equipped to do things. They're equipped to succeed because they're looking for the deeper things in life. That's the last thing I want to mention to you is when you shove a lollipop in your child's mouth and you don't flex that muscle, all you're basically doing is teaching them to be okay with a lollipop. And God created this beautiful world for us to have so much more, and for us to do so much more, and for us to be so much more. And so when we shove that lollipop in our kid's mouth, we're limiting them. We're teaching them to accept the limitations, when we really should be challenging them. We really should be doing the hard job, the flexing the muscles of going the next step, and not just asking the simple question, but asking the more difficult question. So that's what I got for today. If you are tired of getting what you asked for, then I recommend that you start asking for different things. You start asking for your child to step into their responsibilities. You start flexing the muscle to be that person that will ask your child the difficult questions. And more so, when you do that, you're going to teach them that the possibilities are endless. You're going to take them out of the box that you're putting them in to expect a little. Instead, you're going to teach them how to handle much, much more, how to be grateful, how to be responsible with a much greater bounty. So that's my message for today. Personal message me. I would love to connect with you and talk to you about this whole issue of building that muscle, of flexing that muscle, that discipline muscle as a parent. So personal message me. We will talk. Until then, tomorrow, Wealth Wednesday, we'll see you right here on my Facebook profile. And again, comment. I want to hear what you and your teens are doing. If you're live, comment. This is what me and my teen did this past week. This is the experience we had. This is the growth. This is the learning that we had. And if you're on the replay, mention that you're on the replay and give me the note what you and your teen did. So that's all I got. Hey, thanks for joining, Rose. Talk to you soon. You guys have a wonderful day. Dan Liberto, and I am out.